And now with 1 minute to go, and surprising twist, Seattle has basically a 15-point lead, 92-77. Honestly, I thought this would be more competitive because they are the two champions. But, okay, Vegas has thinned this a little bit to make it just 13, but it's probably set in stone who's going to claim the land, which is probably going to give Seattle the entire West Coast in this process. So this will be interesting to see. Stuck at the three-point line, really just killing the clock at this point. Shot up. Vegas recovers for the time being. So one more is going to take the shot clock, so Seattle can really then just hold on to it. They just need to get the ball back to end the game. And they do, as they will claim the victory and the entire West Coast, as well as 2 states inland. Victory is theirs by a good 13 points, surprisingly, taking out Vegas and bringing and claiming the entire West Coast, as well as 2 additional states inland. So it is time to update the map. Okay, so here is the new updated map. The Storm basically owns the West Coast and most of Western US. Just Phoenix Mercury having a holdout and is yet to be attacked, so we'll see about that. And then we have the Dallas Wings in the South owning 2, Atlanta having a spot in the Southwest, Chicago owning a good portion of the Midwest, as well as the Mystics yet to fight, and the Sun owning the most in the Northeast. So I'll have to update that, taking the Aces off the list. We're now down to 6 teams. This is now time to check the new attacking team, which, who knows, might just be once again landing, or we could have another game. Okay, so the Mercury are going to play for the first time. It's basically set that, so unless they go east or exactly northeast, they're playing Seattle. But if they go east, they can claim New Mexico and maybe just claim Colorado. So we'll spin to see what we get. They can't go south, obviously. So if we put them there, that puts them... So they do claim... They do reclaim... they do claim New Mexico. So they'll start their first expansion into the east, and now own 2, tied with the Dallas Wings. But I guess that puts them that they could be playing even Dallas for the first time. So it'll be the first time they both be playing each other. And we'll see. I will spin again. I'll spin again to pick a new one. So Connecticut Sun, which I think is once again very boxed. Obviously, they have kind of no choice but to go southwest at this point. So kind of depending where they start, they might either end up taking either Pennsylvania or Delaware or Maryland. So they won't be playing anyone regardless of what happens. They can't go this way because that's international. And they can't really go south either, except into the water. 0 for 2. Once again, they can't do that, so I have to keep spitting this until they get something. Okay, so southwest they can go. So from Connecticut, their main one, puts them in Pennsylvania. So we'll be changing this to Pennsylvania. And we have to get the new name. So they're making a big dent in the northwestern states. They pretty soon might reach Washington or Chicago. It'll depend what happens. But for the time being, we will have to spin again for the next team. Okay, so the Sky are playing this time. I think they equally have no neighbors currently, so they will be able to claim more regardless of what they land on. So they'll go southwest from Chicago, which will put them in what looks like Oklahoma if they do so. So we will change that. So they will add to their location, and we'll actually finally have a border with Dallas. So that'll be interesting when they go to the next round. They might possibly, if Dallas becomes an attacking team, might end up playing them. So we'll wait and see. But this time I got to pick a new one off the spinner. And it's again the Connecticut Sun, so we'll have to see, because obviously they're claiming a little bit. They only, depending on, they could go across, hit Ohio, or down and hit either Delaware or Maryland, so this will be interesting. Can't go that way. They may only go southwest, so if they go that way from here, no, that's the border, unfortunately. Still nothing. I mean, they are really stuck, so nope. It's out of bounds. Man, nothing. This arrow is not doing me good in this one. Okay, finally some way we can go. So if we put them that way, we end up in Maryland. So they'll be finally bordering with a team. They'll be bordered with the Mystics, so that'll be interesting, who really just have DC, so it'll be interesting. The Mystics this time around have yet to be one of the teams that haven't done anything yet. They're the last team to have done any action so far, so this will be interesting if they take off the Sun in all this palaver. But for the time being, we have to pick a new attacking team as more and more space is being quietly taken over, which I thought was going to happen more often early because there was almost no borders. But honestly, there've been a lot of games, and we really only have 8 teams left now, so we'll see. So it's the Phoenix Mercury, and either if they go north to take Colorado, if they go west, it's Seattle, east, it's Dallas, and there's a little piece of them that could do Chicago, and obviously they can't go south. So they have a high chance of playing a game. Yeah, I can't do that. Okay, west. So they will be playing Seattle. And I will be up simulating it on the simulator here. So it's time to start the next game of play. As I wait for the screen to load. Fortunately, the Mercury are going to be the attacking team, so they get the home field. And the Sky will be away again. They're the ones defending. The Storm, I mean, the ones defending. And we will set the stakes. I'll do the usual sit to the first minute, come back for the last. I mean, this will be a battle for the West Coast for Phoenix. For Seattle, they'll be just taking 2 small spots. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Seattle starts with the ball in this case. Shooting across. Crossing. And taking a 2-point lead. 9:42 to go. Phoenix back across the half. To the corner. Shooting up. And scoring. 9:20 to go. Coming up. Shooting. Passing. And it's good. Taking a 4-2 lead. Passes. And I will be back for the last minute as they head across the halfway point.